Hey Mario Karters and Frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
We're just gonna have a fun Shoot the Breeze episode with Raymidius. Welcome Raymidius, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's gonna be fun just chatting with you today because first of all, it's been too long. And
Raymidius was one of our first Meet the Mario Karters because he's one of the first people in the community that we connected with on like an advanced level outside of just gameplay. When we found out that this you're a grown adult, but when this grown adult is crazy talented with art. Yeah. He's just like phenomenal.
So you've been busy doing some art. So we wanted to kind of have you share with us in the community some of like your more recent pieces of art. And then just kind of go into, so you live in the Netherlands, correct?
I do. I very much do. So yes.
And so this tour is the Amsterdam tour. So we just kind of wanted to get chat with you about what your take was on the new course, the new characters, the new items, and I mean just kind of get like a good reaction from what do you call like the people from Netherlands? Netherlandians? Netherlandians?
Just Dutch people, I guess.
Oh, Dutch. I'm an
idiot. Yeah, it's weird. Like it's the Netherlands, but we're Dutch. Like, yeah, I get the confusion. I was like Dutch when I was young. I was like Dutch. That's Deutsch, but that's not the same thing. That's totally different stuff. So, yeah, Dutch for people from the Netherlands. Yeah, okay.
Cool. So
but that's clear now. So,
learn something new.
So you and I are Discord fans and also Instagram friends, or not fans, sorry, Discord friends and Instagram friends and that type of stuff. So I see all the artwork that you're constantly posting, but tell everybody like what was your reaction when you found out that it was going to be Amsterdam? Because it was so fun watching you, but I want the people to know how cool it was.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like I was just out of the roof. I was telling everybody, it's Amsterdam. I was retweeting it, and it was just so fun because I've been anticipating it from more than over a year. I've been saving rubies for it because I'm like, it's coming any day right now. And then I was like giving up because it was taking so long, and then suddenly it popped up in the newsfeed. I'm like, yes! So fun, really, yeah. And the artwork was really good too, like the official pieces they put out, they're so cute, like Daisy, and there's with the flowers, and just so I was waking up with like I've never woken up like that before. It was just amazing.
It's like Christmas morning on crack.
Yeah, basically.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Okay, so I think one of the first things I want you to show off is this is kind of your story to tell, but for those who haven't been following us from the beginning, I don't know why you haven't been following us from the beginning, but when you went for your first top 100 badge, was it?
So my second one, my first one, I was unsuccessful at.
That's right.
And my second one, I had much better planning, much better loadouts. And there was a user on Reddit, I think Apollo Film Buff, that had posted some artwork that this user Raymidius had posted, and I was looking at it, and I think it was like a Racer Mario in one of the B Dasher Mark IIs.
The first one, before they came with like 7 billion others.
Yeah.
And I just loved like the style, like the feeling, the spirit. I don't know what you call it, the juju of your talent and just how you did it. And so I reached out to you. I was like, hey, how about
I got something for you?
Can we commission?
I want to do a piece.
Can we commission you to do some artwork for me? Because I think this is going to be my first top 100 badge, and I'm really excited about it. The catch is I am super, super naggy and particular, and I've got all these ideas in my head, and you've got to sort through all of them to figure out what exactly is going to work.
Yeah, it was fun. Really, I'm still so happy with how it turned out. I'm still looking better at it. Like, that's the best piece I've ever done. So, just only fun memories looking back at it.
So do you have that one to be able to share? Just in case.
I do.
Yeah,
actually,
so let's go ahead and
I can put it up.
Share your iPad, and just so that people can kind of see.
So while he pulls it up, what were some of the things that you wanted in this piece? Because we were talking about this for months. We were talking about like when you finally get a top 100, you want a piece of art commission to like represent what you did.
Voila.
Yeah,
I got it.
There it is. My favorite character in the game is Bowser, and I really tried to get the top 100 badge when the Bowser versus Donkey Kong came out, and I was like 107th out of 100, so I was really close, but I didn't quite get it. And when Kamek came out, he was kind of like the new original character that was part of like Bowser's minions, and loadouts were looking good, and I was like, you know, like I want to make sure that we keep like the 3 items that I used a bunch to be able to get that top 100 in there, but I kind of want to have like this feeling, or kind of like this what's the word?
Kind of like foreshadowing.
Yeah, like a foreshadowing of like Bowser actually being the one that I want to get. And so I was like, is there any way that we could have like Bowser's castle in the background, and then like have Bowser back there like proud of Kamek, but like kind of still the goal is to get to Bowser. And so you had done all this like so perfectly. And so like the Silver King, I got 67th overall out of the top 100. So I was like, hey, can we put 67 on the cart like a normal race car? And then I think my favorite thing is the glider.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like a subliminal thing, right? So the glider has a lightning skill. And so I was like, is there any way that we can make like a lightning bolt come out of the sky that looks like the Dream Glider?
But without like being so obvious as that
Yeah.
he has a glider attached to him.
So
yeah. I am so impressed with this piece. We have what size did you print it off as? Because we printed on like a metal print, and it's hanging in our bedroom. That's how proud he is of this piece. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I think it was like a 16 by 24 or something. So
It's
inches.
really cool. Yeah.
I don't know what that is in centimeters.
Okay.
But yeah.
So this was our introduction to Raymidius. This was like how our friendship bonded. And now I love seeing all the stuff that you are constantly posting online, and the new like concepts and creatives that you're doing. So so first off, can we talk about, it was like last year sometime you did some Amsterdam concepts, right? Before like
I did.
Because you wanted it to be in the game so bad.
Yeah, well, it was because of the Amsterdam badge, the Amsterdam shopping plaza or something like that. It was like it was like a gold pass exclusive one. I took like gold pass just to get that badge because I was like so hyped for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made a concept back then for Daisy Milkmaid, which actually is roughly the same outfit as Rosalina got. It's this is the one.
Yeah.
It's like the same hat and about the same outfit. I just had her carrying with the milk buckets, and I based this outfit on a painting by Rembrandt van Rijn. That's a Dutch painter.
Okay.
And he painted het Melkmeisje, which translates to the milkmaid. And that is roughly this outfit. Like it's the same color scheme, like a big blue cloth hanging around her, a red scarf, I believe. Been a while since I looked at it. But I based this entire outfit on it, on that painting. So I was just slightly off with what outfit they were going with, because you have different provinces, and different provinces make different outfits, but it's roughly the same. So yeah, it was really close with what we actually got in the end. So that's amazing, of course.
So cool.
And just I chose Daisy over Rosalina because Daisy felt more like farmer-ish, which she also got.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a win-win in both cases because Rosalina is my favorite character. So yeah, just awesome in general. I don't have to zoom in, but I also made this clock card, which a lot of people actually really liked
I love it.
when I showed it off. Kind of wish they would go with it, but I mean, the flower card is also fun. I don't know what it's called actually in the game, but there was just
I
like
think it's called the flower cart. Yeah.
yeah.
It's just called a
This
bar.
had button wheels, which are in Mario Kart 8 the Deluxe, as an option to choose. So I thought it would be a bit more realistic. And I also made a Windmill Glider as a part of the set. So we had a full set with the glider card and character.
Yeah.
So
that would have been so cool having the game.
Yeah,
while you were fighting
the thing would go around.
It would spin around. Yeah.
I'm still a bit disappointed that they didn't go for a glider. Like they did the Rose Parasol, which is a nice looking glider, but why not make a new one? But I guess they had to cut some corners somewhere. So
yeah, so the new glider that is coming out is the Green Sprout, which is literally just like a green
sprout
plant. Like what?
It almost looks like just like a logo element, like a very, very basic logo element.
That can be found anywhere in the world. It's not like you take a look at that thing and you're like, oh yeah, no, that's totally Amsterdam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic Amsterdam sprouts.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of the flowers though, so let's see, you just showed some flowers a second ago, but show us the tulips behind you.
The tulips behind me. Sorry. Okay. I have some tulips behind me. They're beautiful.
Look at that.
Couple flowers. Smell great actually.
So before we started,
classic tulip smell.
Yeah. And are those growing just like outside of your house, or did you go all the way to Amsterdam to get those? Did you pick them in those fields? Yeah,
the Amsterdam fields. I went today, just walked. No, I cycled. That's typical Dutch. I cycled all the way to Amsterdam. So. Okay, and I also made this piece of art like a couple days ago. I just saw the outfit and I was like, I immediately have to make something. So I posted this on the day of the tour itself because I was so hyped. And I really love how it turned out, actually. I know it's tooting my own horn, but sometimes you just have those pieces that are extra special.
Yeah.
And I loved making it. It's just so... I don't know why, but face is kind of cute.
Yeah.
So Rosalina.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Just fits with the outfit fits her so well somehow. I don't know how. It's just totally black and white, but it's just perfect for her. And the blonde also fits better with the stereotypical outfit. It is a bit of a stereotype, but I still love it because it's a Dutch stereotype, and I'm Dutch, so.
Yeah.
All the people are like, yeah, it's stereotypical, but it's representation, and I love it because of it. So, yeah.
No, I love it. It was this piece. Okay, so I saw this piece before I even got super passionate about the driver in the game. I saw your piece and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So we had done like our reveal and everything, and when you're doing a reveal, there's so many things to focus on that like you admire the things that you're seeing and like everything new, but it is a lot to take in at once. And so when we were done doing our tour, or when I said reveal, I meant reaction. When we were done doing our tour reaction, I was kind of processing it all and looking through stuff. And then I saw you post this, and it was because of this that like I fell in love with her. I was like, oh my goodness, like I love this character. Raymidius has brought this character almost to life for me, and I love her so much. Mm-hmm. And I have to love her. Like, so it was like the minute I saw your your piece of art, I was like, she's gonna be in my inventory. I have to have her. I love her so much. We're best friends now, so.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm so happy this got in. Like, they could have gone with a stereotypical something for a couple cities just got stereotypical stuff. So I'm so glad they went and dug into the history and got something really Dutch, which all people recognize from this from the Netherlands. So it just looks great. They had great attention to detail. They really went in and made sure the animations are beautiful with the flowers and the watering can too. Like, it's just perfect. It's like my dream character come true. And the funny thing is, I got it like in my first free pipe, and I was like prepared to go like all the way down, and it's just, oh, it's gold. Surely it can be her. And it just, oh, star. Surely it can be her. And like, boom, but there she was. It was amazing. Like, through the moon, like over the moon, through the roof. That's the one.
That's amazing.
So did you keep on pulling, and did you get the flower cart, or?
I haven't actually, because I really want the cards, but I also want the second week daisies, because that's the tractor and daisy farmer, which also look fun. So yeah. I'm probably going for her too, and into that pipe, because I still have like 570 rubies left. Okay. So I can go pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a hard debate too, because I'm sure you want her so bad, but the luck of getting the exact, like the driver, the spotlight driver on a 6% pipe in your free pipe.
Yeah. It's low. I've never gotten it ever. Like a driver in my first free pipe, never. So it was like the people from Mario Kart just knew I was Dutch. Like the Nintendo ninjas were behind my window, were like, yeah, sure, you get this one.
Thanks for all you do, Raymidius.
Go prime this guy's account.
Here's one for you.
Basically.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah, I'm just still. I've never Mario Karted this much before. Like I'm just constantly doing Amsterdam drift, getting high scores. Immediately took it to level 6, double uncapped, and just driving, making those high scores with her. So just enjoying it a ton.
So what do you think of the courses? Which one? Okay, so of the ones that you released, which one's your favorite? And does it feel like actually relatable to the area?
It does. Like really, I think they've done a great job with it. I mean, sure, some textures could be better. That's like a bit shoddy in some areas, but the general track has a fun layout and has like fun Dutch elements. Plus, they got actually a couple buildings, like a lot of buildings that they pushed in there, and people have been data mining stuff too. And the other variants have also a lot of stuff. You can drive over a building, Nemo. It's a very important, a very famous museum. Science museum, and you could just drive over the roof. It's pretty small. In real life, it's like huge, but they made it a bit smaller for the cards, of course. And I've been there with school, so it was really fun seeing that come back in there. Yeah, I haven't been to Amsterdam too much actually, like a couple times, but
how far away is Amsterdam from?
Yeah, it's like a couple hours. I think 2 hours driving. So
Okay.
you don't go there just casually. You have to make a little trip day for it. But it's a beautiful city, absolutely. And I always, when people talk about Amsterdam, like they've been there and they loved it and they thought it was beautiful and the canals and stuff. So I'm really glad it got some representation in the game.
Yeah.
So, quick plug for Hydra. I don't know, have you seen Half Hydra's video where he...
I have seen screenshots of it, but not the official video, no. But I've seen he did some data mining or something.
He has a 5-minute long video where he's in the prop cart and he just flies all around the course, like into places that you can't normally see, like just when you're driving it. And he goes like over all of these landmarks that you're talking about, and then he actually even like goes in the canal and like underneath. He's like flying in the water.
Oh, that's cool.
And like driving around and stuff, and like super entertaining, like very, very cool concept of just exploring Amsterdam just with the prop cart and just going anywhere and everywhere that he wanted. And it was like 5 minutes long. It was great. I loved it.
Wow.
Cool.
So if you haven't seen it yet, look up Hydra and check out that Exploring Amsterdam video. It's very well worth the 5 minutes.
I believe it has some tulip fields too, like the data that it in the other variants. I'm really looking forward to those too. Like tulip fields are classic.
Huge fields. Like I don't think I've seen them yet as they are like just driving in the game, the way that he's able to showcase them in the video, because he gets to fly over all of them, and it's just pretty cool.
The tulip fields themselves are actually not in Amsterdam. They're like right outside in Zaanstad. And the Zaanse, that's an area around Amsterdam, or a bit above actually. So they took the liberty to mush them together a bit because it makes the track more entertaining. Just like how they pull a huge city and make it like into a condensed small version, so you can drive and see all the interesting stuff.
Right.
But it's not Amsterdam itself, but like no one cares because it's beautiful and there's tulip fields and meals.
So when is tulip season there? So I grew up in Washington State, and kind of like a little bit in like North Washington. They have this huge tulip festival every year where you go and it's just fields and fields of like beautifully lined tulips. But as gorgeous, like it is phenomenal. If you're in like the Western United States, it's really fun to go check out. But ever since I went to that, like I've dreamt of going to Amsterdam and just like walking the tulip field. So like when is tulip season in Amsterdam?
I don't know actually. I should have looked that up.
I'll
I think
Google
it's
it,
around this time. I think it's like springtime.
Okay.
It's flower time.
Yeah.
Because you have those flower gardens too. Near my village, you have a flower garden. You can just pick flowers you like for a couple of bucks. You can just make your own flower garments and stuff. So
Oh, that's so cool.
That's it's just flower season, spring.
All right, new bucket list item. We're coming to see you.
You're welcome. Yeah, like I'd invite you home. So.
So tell us a little bit about Volendam. And are we saying it right? Is it Volendam?
It's Volendam.
It is Volendam.
Volendam. Yeah, it's like It's I've been to Volendam, so it's actually where they wear these clothes. Like Rosalina, Volendam is accurate because it's this type of garment is really the one they use right there in Volendam. And you have like little shops you can make photos with in these clothes. Like a lot of tourists just go in and put on these clothes and have like fun pictures with them. Even celebrities do it. Like it's a whole thing where the place is known for. So it's a beautiful place. It's like along the water. So you also have a lot of fishing stuff like that. It's a tourist attraction mostly these days, I believe. So.
And how far away is Volendam from Amsterdam?
I don't think it's too far. I'm a bit of a geographical disaster.
No worries, that's us too.
Like I heard about these places and I've been to them, and I'm not sure how long they are away from each other. Like, it's been a while since I've been to Volendam. Attention to it, so but I do remember it was really beautiful, and it's definitely worth visiting. So yeah.
And is
like
the type of clothing that they have, is it really just a cultural thing, or is it like a religious thing? Like is there
No,
like
it's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
I think it used to be Christian, but it's not purely Christian thing. I think it's just a cultural thing. So even all the women still wear it like daily, but most people don't. I don't think they're too comfortable to wear these clothes. I don't know. Never wore them, so wouldn't know. But they're a bit outdated, of course. And then most women, I think, still wear them because it's a piece of history that they like to represent in the country. So
cool.
Yeah, it is cool though. You can just see them wear these clothes, those caps and those skirts, which is I admire people when they still try to keep that piece of history active and people's memories.
Yeah. So how is rank going for you this week? Are you like determined to get top, like first place in rank or an ACR badge or anything?
Yeah, no, I'm crushing it. I'm like, I think I'm over 100k already of Armost.
Nice.
And my second place is like 30k beneath me. So
that's awesome. You're like,
I'm like totally obliterating ranked. I'm just sitting there comforted and still grinding because I just love grinding the track. So I'm just going in and going in.
Yeah.
And like on Amsterdam Drift, I've like 31,000. It's pretty high. I don't even have a top shelf card, but just I had a great run, and Rosalina is level 6, so it's she does wonders for me. She's totally helping me win this ranked.
I love it.
That's so cool.
And what level did you take her to right off the bat?
Yeah, 6 immediately.
Yeah.
And double cap. So when I really love a character, I double cap and I level 6. Because triple cap just takes a tad too much tickets, and level 8 is a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Like you have to spend so many tickets for those last 2 levels. You can take another character to level 6 for that. So yeah. I don't have any characters level 8 yet.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us. Like, I'm just so happy that we were able to. One, your artwork is amazing, and the world needs to see it. So everybody tell Raymidius in the comments how cool he is, because it's really good stuff. And
thank you.
I just love who you are as a human being. So I'm grateful for our friendship and just getting to get to know you better over the past couple months. It's been a blast.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me a second time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. And until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.